First, I'd like to know what things do you know about the saga before joining this movie?
What do we know from the previous productions?
Yes, or the TV show.
I didn't watch the TV show. Did you watch the TV show?
I just the movies.
Yeah, I just watched the movies.
Actually, I did watch the TV shows. I did. I
You
take that
did?
back. I did.
So you
And
watch? Yeah.
and like I was a huge fan. I think of was it Cornelius or was it Dr. Zayas? Like who was the orange who had the turtleneck, and like I was like they dressed really well. I mean, like they were really well dressed. I'd like
yeah.
it kind of reminded me of like 70s poets, you know what I mean? But so I feel like I was sort of abstractly influenced by like because it was sort of on the background, and I never really, as a kid wanted to play outside. But certainly the last three films, the huge influence to where we are right now, and it helped to define, or to help to give me a world in which to spring into. But it blew my mind, as a kid. It
God.
expanded my consciousness in a way that I wasn't expecting.
Talking apes.
Yeah.
Talking apes and talking horses. Mr. Ed blew my mind too.
Yeah.
But no, it was the movie for me, the '68 version, that launched me into the beginning of my apedom. Started ape walking and ape running. Launching off into the forest, and behind my house there was forest that went on endlessly, and I would climb the trees and build these forts up there, my own little planet of the ape.
Planet of the Ape.
And
Kevin Durand.
yeah, exactly. And then the last trilogy I thought was perfect. It was a perfect piece of cinematic history. So hard to
Epic.
even imagine trying to take on this task, and then you take on this task with the most talented, amazing humans, artists, and off you go to the races. And now we have this movie that we watch, and we're like, holy moly, we're actually a part of this lineage. It's a pretty fantastic. It's a wonderful thing to be a part of. Yeah.
The work
Yeah.
continues. The
Of
work.
course. And what is the main challenge for an actor to lend his body and voice to a character that doesn't reflect your face and your real body?
Well,
It's more difficult.
on one hand, there is a very specific set of parameters in which we have to learn, not only so that we are portraying physically, emotionally, physiologically, anatomically correct the assignment of becoming an ape. So the parameters, but when you have those parameters, it's incredibly liberating because once you establish the physicality and the understanding of how the body is how apes utilize their bodies differently than human beings, then you can throw away your humanness, the ego, and approach everything in a new way.
But we actually did lend our faces and our bodies and our consciousness to the characters, because when the way that this technology captures and when I say everything, you can see when Raka's thinking, and Raka, when he's thinking, it's Peter playing. I see Peter in that character. I see Owen in Noah. I see Proximus in me. So it captured everything that we did in our performance. It wasn't just an avatar. It was a working, moving piece of very, very fine art that they painted on top of our performances and captured every idiosyncratic behavior that we had, that we put into our characters. So it was really, really fulfilling to see all of my friends up there as apes, and I could tell you without a doubt who everyone is as humans. It's quite stunning.
It's really phenomenal that the technology is at its place now where we can really truly work in concert with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can really do our thing, and like you just said, it's like in like the like we both come from the theater, and like when you're in the theater, you don't really get the luxury or I don't know, I wouldn't call it a luxury, but the opportunity to be vain because you don't get to see yourself, unlike other things where it is your face and you just normal shoots. And you go back to Video Village, or you go back to playback, and you're watching yourself, and you're trying to adjust and things like that. You don't get to do that here, so you have to let all that go and get back to the basics of talking and listening and working with your scene partners. And it really is amazing that now the technology is such that, I mean, once you get over like the sort of cumbersome nature of having a camera, you literally forget that there's a camera in your face right here, and you're not paying any attention to it, but it's recording every little muscle move in your face, and you're letting it do its thing. It just happens to be like right here, but my focus is on my scene partner, and I'm not thinking about this at all. And like now, and it's great that the technology is married, with performance.
Human vanity left at the door.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Amen.
It was left in LA before I went to Australia.
Yeah, no room for it.
Yeah.
Because it certainly gets in the way.